Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So we're going to jump straight into the video, and I'm going to start off with the E.L.F. Poreless Face Primer and basically apply this all over the face because I've been having really bad, not skin problems, but like my face has been peeling because I just went to the beach. So I really needed to smooth out my face. And now I'm going to mix the E.L.F. Flawless Finish Foundation with my lotion and just apply water to my brush because we want more moisture. So I'm just gonna apply that to my face, basically just buffing it into the face. And I really like this technique that I used because it didn't really give me a lot of coverage, which I didn't want, and it was very hydrating, which I really needed. But I just blend that into the skin, and I just make sure that it's like really blended because my skin, like you could see like the skin peeling off my face, and that is not really cute, you know what I mean? So yeah. And then after that I'm going to use my E.L.F. under eye concealer and highlighter, but I'm just only going to use the concealer part and conceal my under eyes. This concealer is not all that good at concealing my under eyes, but it doesn't give a lot of coverage kind of, and I really didn't want a lot of coverage. I just kind of wanted to hide somewhat of my circles. But I'm just going to use a damp beauty blender to blend this in, and make sure to use light pressure. I'm going to put some on my chin, my nose, and my forehead a little bit. Not a lot because you tend to get very dry there and it starts to get patchy. So yeah. And then I'm going to use my Wet n Wild contouring palette, and I'm going to use the light shade to highlight and set under the eyes. And I love this powder so much because it does a good job on highlighting and setting your concealer. And make sure to go on top of the eyelids because it helps if you have really oily eyelids like me. And I'm just going to apply some of it to my chin, my nose, and my forehead as well because I concealed there too. I'm going to use the E.L.F. Flawless Face Powder in Honey to set the rest of my face because I am an oily mess and I just need a lot of powder to help control the oil my face produces, I guess. Now I'm going to contour, and I use the Wet n Wild contour palette to contour first. This is just kind of a base because I'm going to use other products. But I just place the product in like the hollows of my cheeks or cheekbones, and then I just blend it in. I really take my time to blend it in because that's kind of the most important part. If you don't have a good contour, your makeup doesn't look good. But after I'm done using that product, I'm going to go in with my Beauty Treats Professional Palette, a little bit more orangey shades, just to help me define the cheekbones a bit more. And I'm just going to do the same thing with that. And then just go in on my temples and all around the face where you would usually have like shadows. I also went under my like jawline, I guess, just to define it a bit more. For the I'm just gonna use that light powder that I used to set under the eyes to clean up my contour, and I always do this because I feel like it makes it look more put together and not really messy. And I just like to like pack the product on where I want it to be, and I just let it sit there while I do my blush. And for blush, I decided to use this shade right here, which is very natural looking, and I just kind of smile and I just apply the blush there. And then after I apply my blush, sorry, can't talk right now, I use my E.L.F. powder brush to blend everything in, and I just like to go over everything. Like, I don't really care. I blend in everything, and it makes it look good. And then I did my eyebrows, and then I noticed, I'm like, my eyebrows are very dark, but it always turns out good at the end. I'm going to use the E.L.F. Golden Bronzer, and I'm going to use the lightest shade to highlight. I love that shade to highlight because it looks so natural, but it looks beautiful as well. And I'm just going to use a fan brush to highlight the high points of my cheeks and my nose, and I used the smaller brush to highlight my cupid's bow. Then I used my E.L.F. eye primer, and I just used a primer. It's a sealer too for the eyeliner, but I just used a primer set and I just blended it in with my finger, because my eyelids are very oily, and this just helps to control the oil. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Color Icon in Brulee or Creme Brulee just to set the primer in place because, yeah, my eyelids are very oily. I've said that so much, but it's weird because I don't think I have an oily face because there's some parts where it is drier, so like it starts to get patchier, but I know the places that it's more oily and then that's more dry, and I just kind of treat those spots how it's supposed to be. So for the eyeshadow today, I decided to get this dark, not dark, but just a dark brown kind of, and just pack it on the crease. Literally, I just got it and packed it on my crease, and then I dispersed the color a bit around. But then I switched to a clean brush, you're going to see right now, and I literally blended the eyeshadow around, and that's the most important part of this, well, of any look. You just want to keep blending and blending and blending until it looks perfect. So I'm just going to do the same thing to the other eye. I first pack on the shadow as opaque as you want it, and this really, you can do this however you want because all this look is doing is defining your crease a bit more. We're not going anything like dramatic. We're just taking it very natural. So I just got the same clean brush and blended everything together, and I got a little bit more just to make it a bit more opaque, and I kept blending it until like I liked how it looked. For the lid, I used this light pink shadow, and I just got it with my finger and applied it to the lids, only on the lids, but later on I'm going to blend it all together. This just is a very natural eyeshadow look. It's nothing dramatic. I'm not doing no winged liner or anything. So as you can see, I got another clean brush and I literally blended everything together. I didn't care. I just wanted everything to blend in together. So I got the same dark brown color and kind of made this wing kind of, but not really a wing. It's just there to make your eyes appear more sculpted. But I just applied it as if I were applying wing liner, but only to the outer of your eye, if you know what I mean. I did that to both eyes, of course, and I kind of did a wing at the end, but it's not noticeable, and we are going to get a clean brush and just buff it in just so it could be like more diffused, if you know what I mean. It's going to show up right now. So this is what I mean when I blended the eyeliner kind of thingy. I just blended it in and buffed it in. So now for eyeliner, I'm going to use my Wet n Wild Color Icon eyeliner in dark brown and just line my waterline. I don't like to line my tight line because it's very hard for me to do that because I have very watery eyes. So I'm going to use the same color we used to highlight the inner corners of my eyes and my brow bone because like completes the whole look. Then I decided to curl my lashes. And I take the longest to curl my lashes, to be honest. I trimmed a whole big part, but I think that's the most trouble I have with my eyes because they're very watery. For the first coat of mascara, I used the E.L.F. lash tint on my top and bottom lashes. And I just worked the mascara into my lashes and took my time to really get them separated, because you don't want clumped lashes together. You really want to take your time and separate the lashes to make them look as natural as possible. Then I curled the other eye, and I did the same thing with the E.L.F. lash tint. I applied mascara on both the bottom and the top lashes. For the second coat of mascara, I used the Maybelline Rocket Volume Express Mascara, and I just used this on the top lashes just to give it a bit more oomph because the lash tint is very natural looking and it looks like you really don't have mascara. So this just it makes the look better. It just puts everything together. For the lips, I use the Profusion Feline from the Profusion Feline collection. The liquid lipstick, I guess, called in the shade Whiskers, and I just applied that over my lips. And that is the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and subscribe and like the video. Bye.
So first thing you want to do is put your face on the camera.
That's not what we do. I can't.
Move. No, I'm just kidding. And then you're gonna want to do this.
Where's my eyebrow?
This should be on your bloopers. You should have bloopers. You should have bloopers. My name is Justin. This is gonna be on bloopers. Get in it, it's gonna be on bloopers. Let's put that music up in here.